It's another lady of the house kind of day, and today we are on day 8 of a dress a day in May. Welcome back, ladies. Today I have another dress from Ross that I have to share with you, and this one is by the brand called JG. I will have that name written in my description box below if you are interested, and I like to say the brands of these dresses that I am wearing along with the fact that I did purchase it at Ross, but mainly because if you want to search those brands on Poshmark or secondhand, you know what to search for, and you can see just all of the different styles that they have available by that brand. So today's dress is made from, I think it's 58% rayon and then the rest is polyester. It also has a polyester lining to it. I was really drawn to this dress, and I was so drawn to the print of it that I actually purchased it in another style, but it has the same print pattern to it. So I just love how subtle it is. Whenever I can find a pattern that is very subtle and really just one color, I like those a lot because I feel like it's less distracting and less overwhelming. Let's just say that. This one I feel is the perfect dress to just feel like you have some airflow everywhere, and it's a really nice fit. The only problem that I had with this dress when I purchased it and put it on was that because the buttons are on like an elastic loop, then it would pull. So this whole dress can button down in the front and come apart. But I just wanted, and it has a smocked backing to it. So it has enough stretch to it that I wasn't worried about buttoning up, and I wouldn't want to, unbutton this whole thing to put it on. You could just slip it on over the head. But I didn't like the way that it was pulling. So what I ended up doing was having my daughter, of course, she sewed this together. And now it doesn't pull, and I just feel so much more comfortable in this dress. I really like the flutter sleeve to it. It's a dress that I wore when I went to the lake and, just wanted to, it was hot, just walking around, and I like to pair this with some flip-flops if I'm going to be doing that, or just some slip-on shoes that are open toe. But one of the things I wanted to talk about today was practical pairing. So sometimes we may be wearing something that may not be appropriate for every place that we may be going. For instance, this past week I went to an award ceremony for my father, and it was supposed to be where you dressed up business. It wasn't business casual, and I don't have the proper word for it, but it was business attire, and everybody was kind of dressed up. So I wore a dress that I recently shared, and it was the one with the Swiss dot, and looking back, it was a dressy dress, and I feel it could have passed, but I wouldn't say that I was 100% comfortable, especially looking around at what everybody else was wearing. So sometimes our styles do not align very much with the corporate world, business, all of that, and I would have to say that my style doesn't really align with that very well. However, there is something that I could pair over my dress that would make it very much business. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. And funny enough, I did have this with me, and I really wish I would have worn it. This is my trench coat that it's like in a navy blue, and it would have been perfect. I would have felt 100% comfortable. I would have looked dressy enough. I had my my nude kitten heels that I was wearing that day. with this dress, I wouldn't say that I would want to wear those heels with this dress, but I could pass with wearing those if I had this on. So sometimes when you wear a trench coat or a coat for that matter, sometimes if the coat is long enough, you don't even have to worry about what you're wearing underneath, especially if you are not going to be taking that coat off, which had I worn this, I wouldn't have taken it off. But I feel like this coat counts as a dress. Anytime I wear this coat, a lot of people say, "Oh, I love your dress." They think of it as like a coat dress. And people do notice that it is a coat as well, but it's long enough to be a dress too. So I get so many compliments on this coat, and I would love to have it in some softer colors, and I'm just waiting for Collectif to make it in other colors that I would really like. I have it in a few other colors right now, like I have it in a burgundy, I have it in a green, I also have it in this, and then I did have it in a tan color, but the tan just wasn't right for me, and I never liked the way it looked up against my skin, so I ended up gifting it to my sister-in-law, and it looks amazing on her. So I'm still keeping an eye out anytime Collectif comes out with a new trench coat in a color that I would really love, because I think trench coats are so versatile and they just pair so they're a wonderful practical pairing for pretty much all dresses, especially if you like to wear dresses to the knee or a little below the knee. They have this cut at just the right length that it covers. And that is one of the things that I wanted to share with you today, was just how you can take even a beach dress, a dress that you would wear on the beach, let's say, with some flip-flops. You can just bring along some dressier shoes if you want to then change your whole entire look with just a simple trench coat. And so sometimes the look won't look very good together if it's, say, untied or unbuttoned. But if you have a coat that can just double as, an entire dress, I would say that that is a very practical piece that you would be able to pair with anything, and then you would feel great. You could have a versatile look, and that is one of the things that I wanted to share today. So please let me know in the comments below, do you have a trench coat or a coat that, like a lighter weight coat, I would say, because especially in the springtime, spring going into summer, and some places it just doesn't get too warm. Right now, I feel like some days we have some cool, some not, some windy, and especially if you're wearing a dress that is very lightweight and it's a little shorter, sometimes having something with some weight on it really does help when it comes to windy days. But anyway, where I was in Salt Lake City, so it was pretty chilly, and I was really happy to have this coat, but unfortunately I didn't wear it into where I really should have worn it. So anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you today, because sometimes our styles don't align with different things that we may need to dress differently for, but having a coat on hand or something like that, like a trench coat that is really versatile for so many different things, I think is so nice to have. So I hope that you found this helpful. I would love to know in the comments below if you have a trench coat that you find yourself pairing often. Please let me know that in the comments below. And also, what is the brand of that trench coat? This one is by Collectif. So anyway, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope that this inspired you in some way, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.